Hi my darlings, it's Loz, Subconscious Loz, and on this channel, I pull no punches and dive deep into your hidden subconscious thinking that's causing your shitty reality. So this particular question from a follower in the Facebook group is about faithfulness, attracting a faithful partner and ensuring that the partner you've attracted is a person who's faithful to you and is monogamous. Now this might apply to anyone who's been in a friends with benefits situation, a non-committed relationship, someone's cheated on you, or you generally feel you can't trust your specific person. This question and answer might help you. Let's go. So the question is this. So how would I affirm for a faithful / monogamous relationship with an SP? Can anyone see the issue here that I might have with this question? The issue is there's an assumption in the question that her specific person, her SP, isn't either monogamous or faithful. And that's why she's asking the question. So guys, a lot of the time in my lives, I jump down people's throats about this because they're not understanding that behind the question is a huge fear that they are carrying and a dominant assumption about their specific person that they haven't got rid of. So they're trying to sugarcoat their fear and their assumption with an affirmation. But what they actually have to do is dig deeper and understand why the fuck they're thinking that the person is not monogamous or able to be in a monogamous relationship or faithful to them in the first place. I don't know in this person's case if her specific person cheated on her, gave her any reason to think that he wasn't monogamous, that he didn't want a faithful relationship with her. Okay, maybe he did. Maybe he has cheated. Maybe they have an open relationship. Maybe it was friends with benefits at first and now it's committed, but she doesn't trust him. Whatever's going on has nothing to do with the circumstances. The circumstances are telling you who you are. So if you've got into friends with benefits, it's telling you about your worthiness. If you've got your idea of your worthiness, if you got into a relationship with someone who cheats, it tells you about your trust issues. Okay? So those of you who are still with me, just hang in there. So the problem with this question is there is a huge dominant assumption that her specific person isn't faithful, which has nothing to do with her specific person. It's only to do with her and her issues. What are her issues? Trust. And what's beyond that? Also, an assumption that she doesn't get the relationship she wants, that maybe she's not worthy of a proper monogamous relationship. So let's use me as an example. I've never once got in a relationship with a person and assumed that they wouldn't be monogamous with me. I just assumed they would. So I want to know why this particular person questioning this has an assumption that they aren't. Now she could say to me, oh, because he mentioned an open relationship, because he's a swinger, because he's this, because he's that, because he's cheated before, because we've only just got back together and it's not serious yet, because we're friends with benefits. La, 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 la. It's all about her thoughts about herself and her thoughts about the specific person. So if her thoughts about the specific person are, he can't be trusted, that's about her trust issues. If her thoughts about the specific person are, he doesn't want a relationship with me, that's about her thinking she's not good enough for a relationship. So all of it is about her, not about the specific person. So just giving someone with this question affirmations for a faithful monogamous relationship will literally do fuck all to change the situation, because what she's not changing is a dominant assumption that she is going to be cheated on, that she doesn't deserve a proper relationship, that men can't be faithful and men want to sleep around. So she might have dominant assumptions about men in general. Men cheat, men can't be trusted, men can't be with just one woman, men can't be monogamous. Could be that. Or it could be this guy in particular isn't because of the XYZ story I know about him as a player, or he's cheated before and story about him, or the story about her, and it's most likely that. I can't trust people, or I'm not worthy, or I'm not good enough, or beautiful enough, or I'm not chosen. If you have a dominant assumption in your mind and it's subconscious, guys, you're not walking around all day going, I'm not chosen, I'm not chosen. This is subconscious shit from childhood. If you have a subconscious dominant assumption that you won't be chosen, you will ask questions like this. You're assuming you won't get the relationship. You're also assuming you're not even good enough for a person to choose just to sleep with you and only you. Then you'll attract a person in a room that will either be non-monogamous and a swinger or something, or a player of some kind, or a person who cheats on you Or you'll put up with a non-monogamous relationship for a while and then get to this point where you're like, now I want to change it because of your sense of you, your lack of worthiness for the proper relationship, your feelings of I never get chosen, your feelings of I am not good enough, your feelings of they won't choose me. They might choose others. Are you guys getting this? So when you ask the question, what should I affirm? What I really want you to do is dig deeper. Why are you asking that question? Now, this might go against a lot of manifestation teachings that you guys have listened to. I'm a different kind of, I don't want to say coach. I just teach these things differently. And what I get to the nitty-gritty of is your concept of yourself. Everyone reflects you, your concept of who you think you are. So if you think you are a person who is not chosen, you won't be chosen. If you think you're a person who doesn't get decent relationships, you'll end up in a shitty relationship where the person isn't monogamous with you. If you can't trust anybody because in childhood you were abused or you had a really unstable household where people betrayed you or you couldn't trust them, you will have trust issues and won't feel like the person will be faithful to you. And that's all about your concept of you. It's got nothing to do with your SP. So you could say SP affirmations all fucking day for this dude, and it won't make any difference because you haven't changed the core concept of you, which is I'm not chosen, I'm not good enough, I can't trust others, relationships don't work out for me. Could be any of those four. So guys, are you hanging with me here? Because a lot of you might not have heard this stuff before. A lot of you might have just heard, just live in the end and say affirmations and la 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 la. I talk about, that's icing. I talk about what's under the icing. What's the cake? Your icing. Sometimes affirmations are just icing. I talk about the cake, which is your childhood shit, which is your dominant, habitual, subconscious thought, the shit you don't even realize you're thinking, like I'm not chosen, I'm not good enough, relationships don't work out for me, I can't trust anyone, I'm afraid they'll hurt me. And that's what's in that question. So this particular person, the way to fix this is not to have affirmations for, he's so faithful and loyal to me. It's this. I can trust the people I love with my heart. I know now they are never going to hurt me. I am in a beautiful, loving, committed relationship. I am loved and adored. I am chosen. I've always been chosen. I'm the chosen one. Things like that, guys, which is deeper, which is the cake. The affirmation of he's so faithful and loyal, you could say that, but it won't fix the rotting cake of I'm not good enough, I'm not chosen, I can't trust you. This might be a bit different than what you've learned before. I teach a bit different. Okay, guys? I talk about the core stuff, the stuff under the icing, the stuff you really need to change, which is why my account is called Subconscious Laws and not just about manifestation, because all manifestation is your subconscious thought. And you've got to figure out what that subconscious thought is first. And when you're asking questions like this, I can see right through it to the subconscious thinking. And that's what you need to change because that is what manifests. If you'd like the chance to have your question answered, put it in the comments below or in the Q&A forum in our private Facebook group, Subconscious Laws, where you'll find a lot of success stories and challenges and all the live videos as well that are more recent on TikTok. I'm slowly adding the lives to YouTube. So make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on where you'll get these question and answer videos, meditations, affirmation videos, and all the TikTok and YouTube lives. Plus I go live every Tuesday, 9 p.m. EST here on YouTube to answer your questions directly, unless you put them in the comments below. Thanks for subscribing. See you soon. Bye. Mwah.